Netaroshi here with a hot take. Gurren Lagann is the greatest anime/manga of all time. Not only is Gurren Lagann completely layered, it is intensely passion-filled and explosive. The burning soul of the show shines brighter than any other show that shines. Characters die in honor and truth. Characters live with sadness and hope. It is real. It evokes your soul to be constantly moved. It is love. Pure love. What's truly amazing is that you get to see 99.9% of the major villains have a change of heart and become heroes in their own noble and perfect way. When you are rooting for the ones that took the lifeblood away from the show, Kamina, then you have succeeded as a writer. Kamina was born differently. He is a challenger, a maverick, a burning flame of life. He challenges society. He has an undeniable belief in his beliefs. He'd rather be dead than to fail, and even past death he overcomes because he's fearless. The ultimate leader, the ultimate motivator, the ultimate friend, the ultimate lover, the ultimate enemy, the soul of a phoenix. Kamina carries this show forever just by being who he was, just by being undeniable, just by never failing and faltering in his beliefs. That is truly amazing. I've seen Goku, I've seen Naruto, I've seen Gon, I've seen every major hero in anime/manga sometimes become subdued by their own weaknesses. But Kamina had none. His entire existence, he never thought he would fail, and his entire existence, he never thought that Simon would fail, which leads to Simon being one of the greatest heroes of all time, while Kamina being the absolute greatest motivation/motivator that has ever lived, that has ever existed, and there's no one that's going to take his first place. Going through the days leading up to these moments that I'm speaking to you right now about Gurren Lagann, I was having a really hard time. It is such a hard show to relive. It is such a hard show to deal with when you know what's coming. And 100%, it is painful to watch Kamina die. Every time, no matter how noble, no matter how great, it is just wild. Although a city is erected from him, and although the universe is completely saved because of his morals, it's just so painful and joyful to relive. Kamina is the embodiment of undeniable fire, and Simon forcefully adapts to gaining that fire throughout life. Kamina is the heartbeat of this manga/anime, and Simon is the hero, for sure. Kamina's early death haunts the panels, but also inspires an entire civilization. With his belief in his truth, he changed the dynamic of the entire universe through the masterful hands of Simon the Digger. Also, really quick, thank God for Yoko. She doesn't even deserve a really quick segment. She deserves a whole 10-minute video. But, just really quickly, she pushed the duo to face the impossible by falling through into their underground society. With her looks, with her gun, with her beliefs, with her confidence and her aura, she got these two out from the dirt into the universe and excelled everything. Thousands and thousands of years accelerated because of Yoko. Yoko forever, man. The entire supporting cast are lovers of truth. They're fighters of purity. And I'll tell you what, like I said earlier, for the writer to drastically change every antagonist in this show to become some of the best and pure protagonists is done so masterfully that the show's only a few 20-something episodes long, a few pages in a book. I mean, you have to take your time to read or watch this. I'm smiling ear to ear thinking about it. Let's backtrack a little bit. In 2018, I went on a road trip around the entire United States. I was watching Gurren Lagann during this road trip as I was looking for myself, truly, during this road trip. About 20 days into the road trip, it was about a 60-day road trip, by the way, I wrote, Gurren Lagann couldn't have been a more perfect journey for me to watch on this trip. Relentless hope, undying passion, kicking reason to the curb, challenging normalcy for a life that you choose is what drives this anime to the heavens. There hasn't been and there won't be another show or another piece of fiction that will influence me as deeply as this did. By the way, it's 2020 now, and that still resonates with me 1 billion%. Nothing has changed since then, and I've seen a lot of great things. I urge any and everybody that has a burning desire to force your way down your own path and doing it your own way, whatever path or way it is. Do it and watch this. Get inspired. Connect your soul to something. Break down societal barriers and don't give a damn about what people think or say. You can learn from what calls out to you. Embrace it. It's your own world. Who the hell do you think I am? Believe in me. Believe in the you that believes in you. Gurren Lagann. If I tagged you, you have to watch it. And it's so funny because the few people that I did tag to watch it, by the way, watched it. And I just wrote to them last night, asking them to tell me how they felt about the show. And I just wanted to quickly go through what they said. My buddy Brian, aka Chewy B, said, I literally went through a roller coaster. I felt inspired by Kamina in his journey to reach the outside and not letting his circumstance stop his dream. Simon and his growth as he carried the dream in order to create a better world. Yoko trusting strangers to help her in her own journey and falling in love with the dreams and ideals of Kamina. Losing him so quickly in the show after they built him really makes you feel some way, and Simon, the same way that Simon did for losing him. You feel rage and you want revenge, but the show is much more than that. It teaches to never stop pushing no matter how impossible it seems. Brian, you have always been one of my deepest friends, and I am so glad that you understand this show the way it was meant to be understood. You're a wonderful person. My buddy Christian, aka Mr. Hyde from Dragon Ball Discussion Episode 1 from 2018, he actually watched the show right after I watched it and fell in love, and he actually called me, I remember, crying his eyes out and snot coming out of his nose at the end of this show. Mind you, we're all in our late 20s, so that should really tell you something. We've seen a lot, we've done a lot in our lives, but this show is so gravitationally impressive that you have to give it a shot. Christian says, tomorrow morning, damn, I just got home, that deadline's kinda tight. Which is, I wrote to him earlier saying, can you let me know what you think about the show? And him being sarcastic, obviously, tells me these things. But anyway, he still wrote to me a little bit and said, but I mean, you know I love the show. It invoked a lot of emotions at different times. One that stands out is inspiration. The narrative was amazing, real, gritty, intense, heartfelt, nostalgia, beautiful story. You know, these are things that are absolute fact and absolute truth. And I am so glad, once again, that people can resonate with this show. I am urging you to give it a shot. Last but not least, one of my new followers on Netaroshi on Instagram, The One Duct Tape, which by the way is such a great name, and this person is such a great person. We've had a great conversation. I asked him what he thought about the show. He said Gurren Lagann is all about true evolution, as a species and as a person as well. That anime legitimately solves so many issues only if people could look for meaning behind the cartoonish mecha battles, which are very well directed in my opinion. You realize that the anime is hinting at so many things that aren't obvious. This person is very smart. I hope to collaborate with him one day on a video, along with my other contributors. But I gotta say, as I end this video, one last time, follow your dreams. Don't ever give up on yourself. Don't ever give in to fear or doubt. Use Kamina's energy to carry you to the heavens. Gurren Lagann is the greatest. Peace!